I'm actually back in Maine today. All right, guys. I think we're just about ready. Okay. She's pulling my beard. Ow. Oh, I thought I might have had something there. Oh, we got a fish, guys. What is it? What is up, guys, and welcome to another episode of Connecticut Angler. I am actually back here in Maine today. It is early autumn, and I have something pretty crazy lined up for this episode. But first, a little bit of backstory. Ever since my twin daughters were born years ago, I had noticed these pictures online of guys like wearing their children in these little carriers while they were fishing. And I thought, boy, that seems really cool. I'd like to try that one day. Well, I just never really got around to it, and my twins are way too big now for me to try that. However, I do have here with me today my third daughter, who is not too big. I'll introduce you to her now. Say hi. And she's busy drinking a bottle right now. But that's what I'm gonna do today, guys. I'm here at a stream in Maine. I am going to actually wear her while I go fishing with the goal of getting at least one fish. I mean, this is gonna be something, just trying to even get her into this thing, because I have almost never used this carrier thing. So it's probably gonna take me like a half an hour just to get set up to begin with. So if I can nab one fish while wearing my little daughter, what a win that will be. But anyway, like I said, I probably have like a half an hour of setup alone. So let's get to it right now, and hopefully I can get out there before it gets dark. Let's see. Okay, first things first, I'm gonna get my waders on. Get the fly rod rigged up. I have a streamer on here right now. I've been debating on whether or not I want to go with the streamer or not. I actually think I'm going to rig up a dry dropper, just because the dry dropper is a bit more complicated to set up. And I'm thinking, if I set up the dry dropper now, I can fish that. If I'm not really having any luck in the dry dropper, or conditions just don't really seem conducive to a dry dropper, I can just cut that off and pretty easily put on a streamer and give that a try. And I think this session is going to be all about simplifying as much as I possibly can. So this seems like the route. So I'm going to get that dry dropper all tied on now while my daughter relaxes here in the car. Well, I'm not going to be able to wear my vest while I'm wearing my daughter. So I'm just going to kind of have to take what I need. So I'm bringing along the 5X tippet. That'll just have to do. Dry dropper is all rigged up. Now, the tricky part. We'll just put these right into my waders. Ooh, my daughter is not happy right now. What's up? Are you ready? I hope that's an excited yell. Is that an excited yell? All right. Okay, so she seems a bit cranky right now, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Okay, so step one, gotta put this on. Step two, spin this around. Step three, get baby daughter. No? We're gonna try this. We're gonna try this, okay? So here we go, and then this goes up like that. Yeah, I know. What do you think? All right, guys. I think we're just about ready. And she's actually seems pretty content right now. Let's see how long this lasts. Wow, guys, this water is just crystal clear. What a beautiful little stream. So obviously, guys, this is one of those scenarios where I'm gonna have to be kind of careful with where I put my feet. Won't be able to move around as fast as I might usually like to. Well, so far so good, guys. Okay, we are moving to a different spot. Hey, Deli, you liking the sights? She is doing really good right now. She seems really interested in just the leaves blowing and the water moving, the sun dappling down through the trees. She's loving it. Just need to find an area that I can fish, which, you know, is a little pedestrian. What do you think? Alright, guys, so walked a little ways, not too far, but a little ways. Seen a whole lot of shallow water, but kind of looked out across the river here. It looks like that's a pretty nice channel. Well, guys, I mean, I suppose so far so good, or at least as good as one could expect. It is definitely very challenging getting around with a baby strapped to you. But, you know, I have been able to get around. I have been able to cast, been able to fish a couple runs, a couple little pools. Nothing. I don't know how much longer she really feels like doing this, but we'll let her make the call. She will definitely let me know when she's done. So let's keep going. Okay, we got it way out there. It's a nice drift. Oh, she's just plucking hairs out of my beard. Oh my God. All right, guys, I think this is kind of my last go at it here. I mean, I've given it a shot here, right? Tried my damnedest. Well, guys, we didn't get anything. I chose a dry dropper rig. I think it was really the wrong choice for the stream. Water's moving a bit quick, so my hopper keeps on drowning on me, and we just didn't really bump in any fish. But, you know, I have one more day up here in Maine, so maybe we're gonna give this one more go. What do you think, Del? I don't know, she seems ambivalent. We'll see what happens. What's up, guys? Day 2 of trying to go fishing with my 11-month-old daughter. Presumpscot River was not a huge success yesterday. I guess it was a success in the sense that I was able to get everything on, including my daughter, and I was able to actually legitimately fish. Also important to remember that when I'm wearing a child, I don't really have room for my vest or anything like that. Even if I could somehow put my vest on, it's not like it's really easy for me to be tinkering with things that are in various pockets. You know, I mean, little children, they love to play with all that kinds of stuff. So if she was within reach of any of my gear, you know she'd be playing with all of it. So anyway, where am I today? I am not back at the Presumpscot River today. While it is one of the most heavily stocked streams in this region of Maine, I also read last night that it gets very, very hot in the summertime, and so the likelihood of holdovers from the spring stockings making it to early autumn, very, very low. It's not to say there are some holdovers somewhere, but it would probably be a long shot. So instead, I have decided today to set my sights on slightly smaller streams, going for native brookies. I mean, let's face the facts, we're up in Maine here. I would presume that damn near any small stream that's kind of out in the woods, areas that can stay shaded, is probably going to have brookies. So I did a little bit of research. I was looking through the satellite maps last night, and I found this stream here, and this area is actually pretty cool looking. It looks like this was the site of at least a couple old mills, and right out here is an area where I can walk right into the stream and fish a pool, fish right upstream to a pretty nice looking pool. And I figured that's what I'll do. This is where I'll start for the day. And we'll see if we can get any fish out of this pool, and then just start moving upstream. And I guess see how long my daughter is willing to put up with me fly fishing with her strapped to my chest. I mean, guys, honestly, I still think this is quite a long shot. You know, it's kind of like a parlor trick, I guess. It's, do you have at least the experience with the gear to be able to get everything you need and manipulate everything, even when kind of you don't really always have your hands free and you can't have all your tools at the ready? And also, there's a little bit of luck involved. You know, are you going to find a really good spot where you're not going to have to go bushwhacking a quarter mile into the woods to find a pool? You know, guys, I'll tell you what, by far the hardest part of trying to fish while wearing my daughter on my chest is that you have almost no tools at your disposal. You're forced to really pare down your gear. I mean, for example, I'm going to be using a big Thingamabobber to suspend my nymph during this session. Yesterday you saw me using a hopper pattern to suspend my nymph, and that's normally what I would like to go with. Now, I was having a lot of trouble keeping that hopper floating. It just kept on drowning on me. Now, if I was just fishing by myself ordinarily, I mean, that's why you have floating, that's why you have dry shake. You can manage that kind of thing. In this particular case, it's difficult to just even be able to handle the fly and handle floating and dry shake. It's even more difficult to find a place to put all that stuff. And so that's just more complication than I can really deal with. And that's why I have a Thingamabobber here, and that's what I'm going to have to use. A little more gaudy, a little more sort of imposing on the surface of the water than I would prefer, but it is what it is. Again, the name of the game when you're trying to wear a human being and go fly fishing while waiting is to just simplify. Simplify, simplify, simplify. How's it going, Delilah? She has smeared the dissolving cracker that I gave her like all over herself. Now she's just crushing a bottle. Yeah, you ready for heading down to a different stream? Let's do it. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to do this. Okay, I think it goes like this. Yes, like this. Strap that down. Yeah, looking good. All right, now I have to go get my daughter. Come on. Okay, now I gotta reach back through this clip for the straps. Boom. All set. Now this time, guys, I got a pacifier. Not screwing around anymore. Should have had the pacifier to begin with. Huh. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, guys. Well, we're all set for day 2. You all set, Del? She looks ready to me. Let's do it, guys. Okay, here we go. I got my dropper hanging about 18 inches off the Thingamabobber here. It is a huge Thingamabobber, but it's the only one I have left. Fishing it on a 3-weight here. I don't even know that a brookie could actually drown this Thingamabobber. It's so big. So I'm just gonna have to wait to see hesitation, to see it flutter. This Thingamabobber is definitely not ideal. There's no question about that. But again, I was forced to simplify in order to fish this at all. You know, when I first looked at the spot, guys, I thought it was pretty deep. Maybe 2-3 feet deep. Now that the sun has come out and I'm actually wading into it, it's like a foot deep tops, which by no means is too shallow, but given that I've got my dropper hanging down off of 18 inches, I'd probably rig this up a little too deep. Let's start moving a little bit upstream. For sure, I'm not gonna get a huge amount of time to fish before my little daughter here is just kind of over it. So, you know, much as if I was doing like a 10-minute challenge, it's really important that I don't linger too long in a spot. This looks like a pretty deep little area right below this old wall. It's not a dam, I don't think. Kind of putting a bow and arrow cast through here. Boy, I thought there was a really good chance of there being a fish there. Put one right over here by the log. Okay, no takers in this pool. It is what it is. It really surprises me, but let's go up and around this big wall and see what it looks like on the other side. I haven't scoped the other side out yet. How you doing? Yeah, you know, moving is also kind of slow, you know. You got to look for the footing that's, you know, a sure bet. Can't be, you know, messing around, moving fast out of excitement, you know, none of that. You have to be very slow, very deliberate. Okay, so there's a little pool up behind this big stone wall. We're gonna flip our nymph in here. That's kind of one convenient thing about having a giant Thingamabobber like this, is you can actually flip it pretty easily. I had something there. Oh, we got a fish, guys. What is it? Oh my gosh. Oh no. Is it a brookie? Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys. We got a brookie. I don't have my net on me. But look at Look at that, guys. We got ourselves a brookie with my little daughter. Oh, that is so cool. Let's let this brookie go. Oh my gosh, we did it. We did it, Nell. We did it. Yeah. We did it, baby girl. How about that? We did it. Holy crap, guys. We did it. Can you believe that? We got a fish. What do you think, Nell? She definitely doesn't care. We got a brookie. I managed to get a trout with my daughter strapped to my chest on this small stream here. Oh, how cool is that, guys? How cool is that? Yes, yes, yes. She has no idea why I am so excited and why I'm shouting right now. But oh man, that is so cool, guys. Well, guys, I'm not really sure if I'm going to hit another spot. I'm going to let my daughter here kind of dictate whether or not that actually happens. She may be over it for the day. I mean, she has behaved amazingly well and let me fish with an amazing degree of freedom, despite her being strapped to my chest. Almost no complaints or protests from her. I mean, she has just been looking around, enjoying herself. I mean, how cool is that? And we managed a trout. I mean, that was my goal, guys. My goal was, can I get at least one trout with my daughter strapped to my chest here? And we did it. We did it. We got a native brookie out of this awesome little stream up here in Maine. I mean, I've succeeded at my goal, and I don't know that I could really ask for more out of this day. So, I mean, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. This has been another episode of Connecticut Angler. A different episode for sure. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you like what I'm doing out here, subscribe. Want to say goodbye? I think that's your goodbye.